It's dirty. It's a dirty, dirty drink.
I swear I just
Damn, son, where'd you find this? That's right. This is the layers.
Before I wasn't on the bandwagon of Bluetooth and wireless things.
Now you're on the bandwagon of Bluetooth and wireless after having to deal with all these wires.
Well,
man.
it's not just these wires; it's those wires. It's the wires that we got on the ground over there in front of the TV. There's wires connected up to your fucking computer that are connected to the damn camera. There's just a whole bunch of wires.
21st century, and we still can't get rid of wires on a good basis.
Fucking can't get rid of wires. Yeah, I'm converting soon. Like, I don't know. I wish
you go Bluetooth everything. You hope.
Man,
what's one thing that you don't have Bluetooth right now that you need Bluetooth in?
Shit, these microphones.
something that you can't buy. Something that you can't buy that you need Bluetooth in right now.
I don't know.
Can't even think about it.
My one. Well, I mean, the first thing that would pop in my mind is headphones, but those Bluetooth headphones have been running strong for about 2 years now.
I know this exists, but would you want Bluetooth in your shoes so they could tighten them automatically for you with the press of a button on your phone?
I mean, no, not really. That just seems fucking lazy.
That seems extra as hell, but I mean, it's a real thing.
And people are paying
buttloads of money for it. Buttloads of money for it.
I'm not paying that money for that shit.
Hell no.
I could just buy it. I mean, they look good. Well, the 11s, I'll say. The Air Jordan 11s, they look good. I'd rather... Damn. It's that damn peppermint. That shit works. Yeah, I don't know. I would rather just have just a nice pair of flu games or something like that. Or not flu games, my bad. The breads. And just tighten them up.
Just automatically with the press of a button. Just to get rid of...
Did that thing just die?
That light I never turned it on. It didn't make a big difference.
I swear that light was on.
At one point in time, that light was on, but I didn't keep it on.
Oh. My bad. What were you about to say?
Shame on you getting distracted. Now I don't remember what I was going to say.
Well, shame on you for not remembering what you said.
I know. Shame on the both of us. Welcome to There's Layers to It, everybody. You got to know that you just got to hang in there every once in a while. And
this show stinks sometimes.
But, other times it's great. I heard, so I went out to lunch with my little brother today, or one of my younger brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And he was telling me about how Delaney, my younger sister, she watches the podcast, and she says we're hilarious, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she says we're bad.
Oh, yeah. I know this.
We want to give a shout out to my little sister thanks for telling us we're bad. We appreciate it.
Well, really, she told you that you're bad.
I mean, I heard it through a third party, so I mean, who really knows?
Well, no. Didn't she outright tell you?
I mean,
well,
yeah, she outright told us. But lo and behold, y'all are still here. Y'all are still rocking with us. We're still rocking with y'all. We're gonna be here for a long time.
Well, hold on, I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
This is There's Layers to It, everybody. Let's get to it. It is a Monday evening.
Ugh.
Monday.
Fucking Mondays.
March 29th. Yeah, man. We record on Mondays all the time, but Mondays seem to be the worst days.
They're not bad. It's just not enough time in the weekend to enjoy and do. Like, you either can have fun or you got to do shit. There's like a rare time where you can get your shit done and then have fun.
Just have free time to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Or if you're going to do that, you got to pay the consequences the day after, or sacrifice something else to have that fun time.
Mm-hmm.
Which sucks. It does.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just got to be dedicated to the cause.
You got to be an adult. Well,
sometimes you got to have fun with a sprinkle in of serious business.
I guess so. But there's another place. I'm not sure what country exactly. They only have four work days in the week.
Isn't that like Sweden?
I think so.
Sweden has everything. They got the good jails. They got
exactly.
They got
their jails are better than our apartments.
That's messed up. That's messed up.
Like that's real.
That's straight messed up. Yeah, man. Mondays are always the worst. Got to get your good old Garfield memes in there. Just lasagna-filled bellies sitting over. Just Mondays are the worst.
I haven't had lasagna in a while.
It's been a minute since we first moved in. It's been a minute. We still got the frozen lasagna up in the freezer.
Yeah, it's gonna stay in there.
That's wild. Look, we've been
It's
in
gonna stay in there.
We've been in this apartment since October. It's waiting for a time to be cooked. It's just waiting.
I mean, it's just waiting. Somebody will get hungry enough one day.
One day.
One day.
One day. You know who is really hungry? All these NCAA players out here in this tournament, man. They are balling.
That was horrible. That was that was
balling
horrible.
out. You can see it in their souls. You can say whatever you want. You can say it was bad. You can say it was good, but nobody's gonna tell me that I didn't do it. And I'm gonna rep it.
Did it.
And I'm gonna rep it. All right, I'm gonna take that. And what's the worst thing I do? Get better? Yeah, y'all wouldn't like that, would you?
No, because you've been. I don't know. I guess let's just talk about these boys real quick.
Yeah, so we had the Sweet 16 going on this weekend. The Elite 8 starts up here in about I don't know, what time is it? 6:30, so about an hour and 15 minutes. I didn't even take a drink.
But it ain't no 6:30. It's 7 o'clock.
All right, well, it starts up here in about 45 minutes. Something like that. But, man, highlight of the weekend was definitely the Michigan Wolverines. For me, on a personal level, I thought they came out and played really energetic basketball, fine-tuned, very in sync with one another. They hit threes when they needed to. They got really good penetration to the basket. I mean, you had a wonderful assist, whether it was from the guards into the big men to make big plays in the post, or from the big men on slashers coming into the basket, or just wide open threes in general.
And they got it with will.
With ease. It was
with
against
will.
with will. Like, the LSU game was close, right? But
I was about to ask you, what game are you talking about? Are you talking about
the offense looked good in both. The defense looked good in both. That LSU team had really good playmakers, but Michigan has really asserted themselves to a prominent role to become looked at as a true favorite going into this turn, like this Elite 8.
Well,
I think they could really. I know you picked them from the start.
Yeah, because of Juwan Howard and his beautiful ass hairline.
He does have a really good hairline. I didn't think that they would win this whole thing, but now I'm starting to believe. I'm starting to believe the hype that they really can win this whole thing.
Either them or Baylor are the two that I picked.
Well, I mean, you still got Gonzaga sneaking around in there as your number one team overall in the tournament and the country.
Yeah. But
it was.
They haven't met Michigan yet.
They have not. They have not met Michigan.
Or Baylor.
But I can't stand that kid with the mullet on Baylor, man. I hate looking at his hair. Nothing against him as a basketball player. I just can't stand to look at him.
Me and Q Baby watched that game.
I can't stand it.
And when we first saw the mullet in full effect, I'm trying to find that kid's name. Oh, man.
I'm blanking on it, too. But I know. Look, I just call him by the mullet.
24.
24, yeah. Number 24 with the ugly-ass mullet. He can ball, though. He's a pretty good player. That whole Baylor team is honestly pretty good. Speaking of Baylor, shout out to my cousin Matthew Moore. He runs track down there at Baylor University. Just want to give him a little shout out there.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love my cousin. You figured out the man. You figured out the man's name yet? I was trying to buy you some time.
Yeah, man. I just cannot find it. I know the game that we watched was against Villanova.
Now, that's one game that I didn't get to watch in this Sweet
That game
16.
was good. Matthew Mayer.
All right, that sounds like a guy.
See,
who's rocking a mullet.
In these pictures, oh God, I just found the mullet picture. See, at first I was looking at, so I was thrown off.
So not only is he ugly,
but then I saw that.
But then you add the mullet, and he's extra ugly.
Business.
I've been realizing over the past couple days, man, I'm a bad person.
Why?
Because I can clown on people like that all day and not feel ashamed of myself.
Because of his mullet?
Yes.
I think me and Q Baby came to the conclusion that like if white people get like fades and they just keep their hair, it's just automatically a mullet.
I don't think so.
We
I
we
don't think
kind
so.
we
I can't.
kinda
I
could.
can't. I can't. I can't agree with that one at all.
Okay,
Not one
so
bit.
if you had the same amount of hair on your head, right, but just in the back was about the same exact length, and you had it, you just had this, just the sides faded. I'm not saying if you just get a taper, you're automatically just a fucking you're looking like Joe Dirt. But I just feel like every individual of lighter complexion I've seen with their sides faded, it just straight out just looks like a mullet.
I'm just gonna let you think what you want to think on that one.
Well, I'm not the only one.
I can't get into the discrepancies of that.
I'm not
right
the
now.
only one.
That look, y'all need to believe what y'all need to believe, but I'm not gonna agree with you at the moment.
That's just like a oh god, I hated this. So I don't know why I just got on a tangent with this.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go on a little bit farther, and then I'm gonna tailor it back into basketball.
Because some individuals down south will have their hair cut, right? Let's say that they'll
Yeah.
have their hair cut to the top part, the top and the sides. They'll have it cut to about a 3 or a 4, but then the back will just be like,
Long.
oh god, it'll just be long,
Just
and
be
I
like-
fucking hate that, dude.
You can air out your personal grievances. This is what our podcast is for. Obviously, you can
Man.
get your opinion out there.
Dude, that shit's ridiculous. But do you know what I'm talking about?
Look, when I'm looking at somebody like that, yeah, I can understand like where you're coming
It's
from.
like, what the fuck?
But the whole fade thing, I'm still not with you there.
I don't care.
Sounds like a true underdog.
Hold on. Like, if your brother, if Liam, Daryl, shaved his sides right now, you're telling me that's not a mullet?
Well, no. Hopefully, you'd keep the front and just slick it back and go like Skrillex, where it's like all really coming down in the front, but you wear it and slick it back.
You would have to hope that he does that, right? So what happens if he just wakes up that morning? It's like, boom! I ain't finna slick this damn thing back. What is that?
I don't know.
What is that?
I don't know.
That's a mullet. Goddamn it!
I don't know. All right.
You just don't want to come out and just say it's a mullet. It's
You
okay.
got me. You got me. I don't know. I do not know. All right. One thing I do know is this year has been the year of the underdog. Okay, the year of the underdog. You got UCLA in the Elite Eight. You got Oregon State in the Elite Eight. Underdog, baby. Or my bad. They might have been in the Sweet 16. I could be tripping. I don't know. He got me heated, so I just needed to sound right for a minute. But I know UCLA's up in the Elite Eight. Oregon State, if they didn't make it, let the record show it didn't make it. But if they did make it, let the record show that it did make it, okay? I just need to be right and just get him off this
PSA,
topic.
just stop shaving the sides of your head, everyone.
Yeah,
Stop
Mario
it.
just needed to get a personal message out there. Man.
Shit. Fuck. You know I'm right.
I know you're right. That's why I had to contact the mullet. The whole point of this conversation was that I like Michigan to win the national title now going forward. I think they're playing great basketball. I love Juwan Howard's coaching job that he's done next
Hell
year.
yeah.
This year, my bad. And then next year is just going to be just as good. So I'm excited. I've been just loving these games that I have watched. They've all been entertaining. And I'm really excited for this Elite Eight going on later in the day. Final Four, right? Michigan's going to beat Gonzaga. And then Baylor is going to beat Houston. And then Michigan's going to beat Baylor for the national title, all right?
There you go.
There we go.
There
It
you
may have
go.
taken us a couple tries to get there.
It took you a couple tries.
Took me a couple tries to get there. All right. Some people have had a little bit to drink on this Monday since it was my day off, you know. Got to enjoy the good times.
I guess. I guess. I don't know.
And we got some other big news going down in the sports world this weekend.
Like what?
Like the San Francisco 49ers trading up to the number 3 overall pick with the Miami Dolphins. And then the Miami Dolphins also trading to number 6
Yes.
from number 12.
Yes, with the Philadelphia Eagles.
With the Philadelphia Eagles. Shout out to them for signing Joe Flacco. They're still going to suck. You're going to still owe me $100.
They only have to get to 6 wins. So.
You're going to owe me $100. Joe Flacco and Jalen Hurts won't get them to 6 wins.
They just need to get to 6 wins in the sorriest fucking division in the whole NFL. So they're gonna face the Cowboys at least twice.
That
so
team has stacked up their
who?
Well, that division has stacked up a little bit with the
There's literally
Washington
only
football team. And look, the Giants have added some weapons.
I was just about to say it's literally just those two
but
teams.
The Cowboys, you can count on them to go 8-8.
To count on them to suck ass and not make the playoffs.
You can count on them to go 8-8.
There's
you can
also
count on it.
Hold on. There's also another game that has been added to the schedule as well.
You're right. There's a 17th game. Like I said, there was a lot of big news going on in the NFL. We got a couple trades.
I could be getting my $6 regardless.
Zach Wilson had a great pro day.
$6,
$100. Yeah, look, they're still only winning 6 games or less. Still only winning 6 or less. But Zach Wilson had a really good pro day, and it's presumed that he just locked in the number 2 pick if the Jets decide to go with the quarterback. If not, you got San Fran sitting there at 3, deciding between him or Mac Jones. There's been a few people out there saying that Mac Jones is going to be the guy that San Fran is looking to pick with that pick.
Why Mac Jones?
I don't know. I guess Mac Jones. I told you earlier, I think Mac Jones is my least favorite out of all these quarterbacks coming out of the draft. I'm still really big on, obviously Trevor Lawrence is number 1.
Mm-hmm.
I still believe that Justin Fields is number 2. Zach Wilson would be a number 3. And then, Kyle Trask and Mac Jones can be your 4 or 5 in whatever way you want. Or not Kyle Trask, I'm sorry. Trey Lance. Mm-hmm. Kyle Trask will be a later quarterback in the draft. But those 5, right? Mac Jones, I think, is going to be the worst.
You think he's going to be the worst? As a pro
quarterback, I think he is going to be the worst.
I think if he gets with Philadelphia, I think if he gets with the Patriots, he won't be.
But there's no way he's going to go to the Patriots. There's no way he slips past 3 with San Fran.
But who says
even
that who even says that they pick him up? Or the Patriots could also just trade up to get him.
I don't think you have the resources available to go get him.
I don't really think that San Francisco had the resources that they
did. Obviously, they did. They pulled the trigger and did it. But you're talking about the Patriots coming up from 12, 14, middle of the pack.
If they can at least they're not going to get 10.
Give away in next year's first round. Some sort of third round.
Just ship off one of your fucking players and you're fine.
All these players they just signed, they're trying to win. They're trying to win now. And I think they believe in Cam to do it.
No.
Well, what happens if they just sit there and Trey Lance falls to them or Justin Fields falls to them?
Well, obviously grab them, but what do you mean for the Patriots?
For the Patriots, yeah, because I think.
Well, yeah.
Because look, here's the thing:
pick one of them up.
Because the only quarterbacks I think that are going to be left after, the top 3, because I think Mac Jones goes 3. I think that San Fran likes them, or if the Jets like him more and they pick him over Zach Wilson. Either way, I think they're going to end up being 2-3, just because the league itself is a quarterback-driven league. A lot of people are starting to see that drafting a quarterback while you already have a quarterback is a good plan going forward, because it allows your quarterback to get developed and not necessarily start right away.
I don't know. I'm still kind of unsure about it. The only reason I'm unsure about it is just because the fuck? The only reason I'm unsure about it is because you could end up with a Green Bay situation.
Well, sure. They did that with Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers.
Well, yeah.
And now they're just doing it again. What does it? just to get off on this real quick, it does lead to the possibility of friction in the organization
That's
between
what
your starter and stuff like that.
that's what I'm worried about. If I'm a GM.
But if I'm a team like San Francisco, I'm not really worried about that because your quarterback does have injury issues. So having a good backup could
Well,
be
yeah.
really good for their team. And I mean, Nick Mullins hasn't played bad, but you can tell that he's not going to be the guy in that system going forward.
No. But okay. So what do you do if Jimmy Garoppolo has an Aaron Rodgers type of year?
Trade him.
You would just outright just trade him.
Or trade the you could I mean there's a couple options. One, I would trade him. You get the highest return for a quarterback who you still know has injury issues, but could possibly help your
Even
team
if they
out.
even if they win a Super
If they
Bowl?
win a Super Bowl, that's a different idea. But I don't think this team would make the Super Bowl in this instance.
Really?
I don't think San Fran makes it back this year. I don't think that's really a hot take either.
I think that they do.
I don't even
I
think,
think
they.
they-
I still think Arizona wins the division. I still think that Seattle's a good team that can help keep them out, but the Rams are probably the second team out of that division.
I honestly see it going. All of those teams will make it into the playoffs, right? And they'll basically just have to get in where they fit in. I literally see like the wild card situation just being that division. But like if I'm really thinking about ranking them, San Francisco would probably be number 2. I think number 1, I want to say Arizona would be number 1. So it would go, in my mind, it would go Arizona, then the Niners, then Seattle, and then the Rams.
Hey, man, to each his own. To each his own. We'll have to see and check in on that once the season really gets going. But to continue my original point that we were talking about before we got into that little side rant, is that the other two quarterbacks after Mac Jones and Zach Wilson go 2-3, and obviously Trevor Lawrence at number 1. You got Justin Fields and you got Trey Lance. And if they somehow happen to fall past, like, the Lions, Carolina,
None of
Denver.
One of them is not going to fall past. That's why I'm saying the Patriots will have to trade up because right now, Carolina should not pick up a quarterback. They should just stay with Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, I'm a Teddy Bridgewater fan. You know how I be.
But Atlanta and Denver both need quarterbacks, and they're not going to let unless Denver's just going to stick with Drew Lock.
It might. It's possible. It's very
'Cause
possible that they might, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
He's not the
Not-
worst.
He's
but
not going to win you the big games that you need to
he's
win.
not going to win.
He's
you
not your
any.
savior.
No, he's not.
He's a passover.
Yeah, and I don't know where they're drafting at. They're drafting in the single digits, but I'm just not sure exactly where. But
They're a passover.
look, man,
Is
I
what Drew
don't
Lock is.
I don't think that Denver really gets any better, honestly. Like, even if they get another quarterback, like, they have Jerry Jeudy, and I don't even know who the fuck their running back is anymore. Oh, fuck, they still have Melvin Gordon. I'm not a fan of Melvin Gordon.
It's hit or miss for me.
They don't have Philip Lindsay. Their offensive line is okay.
Average.
But, yeah, it's basically just average. Yeah, the defense isn't as good as it was when Peyton Manning was there.
Nope. Talking about trading Von Miller over the offseason.
No, they're going to keep Von Miller.
I wouldn't be opposed to it if you can get something decent for him, but the problem is
You're
you're
not
not going to get something worth the value of Von Miller.
No, you're going to get a couple lower picks. You're not even going to get a first rounder for him. No. So I would just go ahead and just keep him. Because you still have, regardless, it's still Von Miller. He's older, but it's still Von Miller. It's just like J.J. Watt. Like, J.J. Watt's older, but it's still J.J. fucking Watt.
It's more of the name and with somewhat of the same production, just not at the top end tier of his production status.
You're not going to get him at fucking prime, but you're definitely going to get him, like...
You're going to get good production out of him, hopefully for the value that you're paying him. And
Which I
you
don't
pray
think
for
I
the
don't
man
even-
to not get hurt.
I don't even
Obviously,
think that they're paying Von Miller that much anymore.
same thing with him. You just gotta pray for the health at this point, and just if they can play 16 games, more than likely those guys are gonna get you the stats that you're looking for. At least double-digit sacks,
Well,
definitely
17,
some QB pressures.
17. That puts a whole another strain. I think that puts a huge strain on everyone. Especially
17.
17 games.
17 games in general. That had nothing to do with what I was saying. I said double-digit sacks.
Well, yeah, but you said 16. Like, I don't think that they would. I guess it's not like the NBA. They can't just sit out.
Sure, you can. Why not? People sit out all the time in their games. You're thinking that people aren't gonna sit out a game here or there in this 17-game season now? Now that I understand what you're talking about.
I mean, I would, but I don't know if they're actually going to. Is the thing.
What the hell are you rubbing your nose right now?
I'm sorry that my fucking nose itches, Corbin. Shit.
I just think it's funny.
I had to scratch my nose. Oh, scratch your nose real quick. Ha 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 ha.
Gotta do it for the camera. Gotta get a little crazy for him. Just rub your nose a little bit.
That wasn't even crazy. That my fucking nose just itched.
I just thought it was funny, so I had to point it out. My bad. I didn't mean to throw you off track or any shit like that.
I don't even remember what the fuck I was talking about.
Do you think players will sit out any games during this 17-game season?
They fucking should.
Like an NBA player does, like, hey, I need some rest today.
Well, I know that they're going to be sitting out practices and shit. Like
Well, I mean,
Hopkins.
they already do that in general.
Yeah.
Like your veterans at least will.
Well, that's what I'm tailoring that conversation to. Like someone, I hate to say it, but someone like, okay, I won't even say Alvin Kamara because he definitely deserves it, like at least 3 weeks off at a time. But like Zeke does not need any fucking rest. That boy needs to be like every fucking game. He needs to be on the field playing.
So Alvin Kamara can sit out 3 games, but Zeke's got to play them all.
You tell me right now that Ezekiel Elliott has played up to his standards, whereas Alvin Kamara has exceeded his standards every fucking season. Zeke has had one stellar season.
So now there's standards to this. You got standards to whether you can sit out a game or not.
Do you think they're fumbling the ball almost
No,
every fucking game?
I'm just trying to I'm trying to understand your opinion here. So
if you suck ass, you should be playing.
So there's standards. What are the standards that you believe? Like, how are you judging if someone sucks ass? And that
okay,
if Alvin, in terms of
if
you
Alvin
suck ass,
if Alvin
so
Kamara,
so you can sit out. But if you're good or hit expectations, look, you can sit out a game.
if Alvin Kamara goes out 1 week and puts up 6 fucking touchdowns, I think he should at least have the weekend off, the next weekend off, because you already have Latavius Murray.
But what
right?
if you need him?
Well, obviously, if they're facing the fucking Buccaneers or something like that, yeah. But I mean,
So
okay,
now it's based on the team too.
why wouldn't it be? Okay, so if you're facing the Buccaneers 1 week, right? Alvin Kamara drops 6 touchdowns, and then the next week they face the fucking Jets.
So now the Jets aren't good.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
I'm just trying to play devil's advocate in any way I can.
No, they're not. The Jets are horrible.
All right, so what happens if Sam Darnold? Oh, my bad. Possibly Sam Darnold or Zach Wilson throw. Let's say 4 touchdowns. You're down by like 7. Alvin Kamara suited up, but he's just not playing. Are you throwing him in there, or does he need rest?
What? It's at dog. Why would no? They wouldn't even be suiting up. Like if I'm giving them the week off, like they're not gonna be.
All right, so they're just out. They're not gonna travel with the team. They're not gonna.
Well, obviously they travel with the fucking team, but I'm just saying if they're not, if I'm going to rest a player, I'm not gonna be like, okay. So in the NBA, if LeBron James is if Kawhi Leonard is resting 1 game, right? I'm not going to have him put on his fucking uniform and sit out there and just be like, yeah, man, we'll call on you if you need you. No. Sit out the whole fucking game. They already
But
have.
every game counts in the NFL.
I mean, if you're the Saints and you're on a roll,
Well, not
and you
every
just
year
wanna-
you're on a roll.
were they
There's
on a
no
ro-
Drew Brees.
were they on a roll last year?
There's no Drew Brees
Yeah,
anymore.
but they got the LASIK wearing 30 TD throwing Jamie Winston out there now, so they'll be okay.
Eat them dubs.
But I honestly believe that some good players, some damn good players, should be able to sit out a week or two. Like if they have a stellar fucking game. Now going back to Ezekiel Elliott, right? Who once Dak Prescott got hurt, that was his team. Yes or no?
Yes, it was his team.
I didn't ask her at all.
Yes, it was his team.
So
No offensive line. That's not his fault. You're telling me that man still didn't get 15, 20 touches a game?
okay, so what about the previous year before that?
Didn't
when
he still get over like 1,200 yards and double-digit touchdowns?
yes, with double-digit fumbles as well.
Okay. Well, are you
That
going to
boy's-
complain about production and fumbles?
Yes,
Well, that sounds
he
like
fumbles.
a real
That boy
sounds
literally
like a
will
real Dallas Cowboy problem there.
He literally fumbles at the 1 yard line and just that boy last year ran
Cut him.
his
Trade him. You're
I
right.
would say trade him.
Well, now I think you're wild. Zeke's a
Why
really
am
good
I
player.
why am I wild? Because his production has gone down and we got him for fucking 6 more years.
That's right. 6 more years, baby. Zeke, eat that bowl of cereal viciously.
Go eat a bowl of cereal somewhere else. Get the fuck out of Dallas.
Viciously devour that bowl of cereal, man.
Look, all I'm saying is
You're a real carnivore on those. I don't even remember what he was eating.
I don't know.
Real carnivore.
He needs to start playing better.
So the production-based value of the players allows them to sit out.
Yes.
Okay, that's what you're understanding. Now you just got a little personal vendetta against Zeke, which I think is kind of unfair.
How is it unfair?
His production has only declined when the offensive line production declined. He still gets all the touches and puts up good numbers. He just added a little bit of fumbles in there.
So why
yes,
is it
that is a problem.
So why is it that when Tony Pollard gets in the game, he basically looks like Zeke in his rookie year, where Zeke is like I was just about to say a little bit ago. His longest run, I honestly believe, was like 40 yards last year, and then like immediately after that, boy was like telling what's his name to Tony Pollard to come in because he couldn't get back up and fucking run.
40 yards is a long run, man.
I heard Eric Dickerson say, "All right, bitch, I just got you for 40. I'm about to get you for a whole nother one. Give me that bitch right back."
Yeah, but he's a train.
Derrick Henry does the same fucking thing too.
He's a train too.
Alvin Kamara does the same fucking thing too.
He catches the ball, but they switch in and out all the time.
Okay. Well, fucking run, play wide receiver 1 minute, the run back, and then we're gonna feed you the fucking rock, and you go ahead and just do your thing. Like, I don't know. It's another reason why Alvin Kamara needs a fucking break every here and now and then, because he plays fucking everywhere.
I got you. All right, we'll give people breaks. I think people
Give
will take.
give
Now,
people breaks.
I'll give you my real answer. I really think people deserve at least a game or two breaks.
Not
in the
Zeke.
NFL. No, everybody.
Not Zeke.
Everybody, even Zeke.
No.
Zeke's workload guarantees that he should get a game off. Just because you're a salty Cowboy fan as Zeke doesn't mean that he doesn't deserve it. That's just a game bias that you're throwing in there.
Yeah, because my boy's production has not been that well.
It hasn't
Look,
been that bad. Your team just
It
sucks
hasn't-
ass in general.
Okay, so if the main, I remember they were in last place. They were in last place, and Zeke was like, "Yeah, we got this. We only 3 games behind."
That's a leader's mentality, man. That's a real leader mentality.
Boy, they had to run the gauntlet the next few games. They had to.
Hey, you
the
gotta do what
fucking-
you gotta do in the NFL. It's whether you can do it or not.
Did they do it?
I mean, no, but I did guess them to go 8-8.
I didn't.
I did, and what they do.
Did they go 8-8?
They might have went 7-9. I don't know, but
they
that's
did
even better
not.
for me
They
because
did
fuck
not
the Cowboys.
win more than
Fuck the Cowboys. I don't need the Cowboys in my life. They suck. I want all the hate from the Cowboy fans. All of it. Y'all ain't worth my time.
You and your sorry ass Florida State teams aren't.
National title. Multi-time.
Congratulations. Where are y'all at right now?
In the dumps, but that doesn't mean we can't rise.
You're right. Y'all are in the
doesn't mean
dumps
we
just as
can't rise
long.
up.
Exactly with the damn Cowboys.
Doesn't mean I can't rise up.
Rise up and do what? Rise up to
On
sit
my
right the fuck
feet.
back down?
Maybe. I will stand
boys
right
went-
up and sit right back down.
Them boys went 6-10.
Even worse. I love it. I love to watch the Cowboys suck. Just so I can just clown on you a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna relieve ourselves and not talk about the fucking Dallas Cowboys anymore. Well, at least not for today. 'Cause they suck. Just like the rest of the 31 other fucking teams in the NFL whose name isn't Kansas City.
Hip hip. Hooray. Thanks for joining the layers.
All right, everyone, that was a horrible sound-off attempt by Corbin, so I'm going to just go ahead and just take the rock here and just run it back in for a touchdown. Please like, share, subscribe to our channel. But everyone, have a happy wife, happy life.
Thanks for joining the layers. Have a good Tuesday.
Wife.